house today. We have Stetson and Char back.
First of all, why is Matt in such a bad mood?
Because we've created a process that's supposed to be efficient, everything's set up, and I still come over here and it takes an hour and a half every time.
Well, you signed up for that.
Yeah, no, you signed us up for that.
Yeah, and then you signed us up for that.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say thank you everyone for being here today. Ride with it. Stetson, we're recording over there, right?
DJ Stetsy Stets.
How would I know that?
It's a big red flashing button.
It's not flashing. It's just red.
Oh, great. Perfect. Welcome, everybody, to the Family Happy Hour segment where everyone is so happy.
Cheers.
I don't think this is happy hour. I think
Cheers.
This is sad forced hour.
Cheers.
Clink him. Clink him. Char with her water.
Sometimes Char happiness needs to be forced upon you.
This is awkward.
No offense.
All right. Well, first we're going to start out with our parenting corner. This is where we're starting.
No, you can't. That's
no. Here comes the cease and desist.
No. So
the viewers have to sign an NDA if they're going to listen to this one.
The viewers or your children?
No, she's stealing that from other segments of other podcasts. Word by word.
That's similar like we did when we had
I haven't listened to that podcast.
When we do our dumbass business ideas, your first business idea was someone else's business idea that you read to us.
Wait, but I'm not telling you someone else's child issue.
Yeah.
No, but you took the segment from someone else. Literally what they call it too.
Well,
so we got to come up with their name. What's a different name?
Parent.
Mishaps. Blunders.
Parent straight line.
Parent what? What's a straight?
What's a straight?
Opposite of a corner.
Oh. Okay.
Parent straight line.
So, am I starting?
Yep.
Okay. So last night, Caden drank a spoiled.
He drank
a spoiled. What's it called? Like
milk?
Milk. Spoiled milkshake, protein shake in the back of the car.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. And at midnight comes into our room vomiting everywhere the milkshake is ever. And it was super fun. Now, my parenting, not advice corner, whatever moment that happened this week is, I don't know if you guys remember playing Mario Party.
Wait, is this connected to that story here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I jump up. Well, okay. So I jump up and I'm in charge of Caden and Steve's in charge. We don't even talk about it. We just both move into motion and Steve goes, wait, cleaning and I pick the child.
Okay.
And
so who's cleaning?
Steve.
Okay.
So Caden decides he's 5, almost 6 tomorrow. He
decided that?
What?
So he decided he's 5?
No, I said Caden is 5. What?
And he's almost 6 tomorrow, or he is 6 tomorrow?
Will be 6 tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Almost 6 tomorrow. He's only gonna be 6 the next day.
If you guys remember Mario Party or any kind of game, not even Mario Party, where you're on a team and you're someone's throwing the ball and you have maybe a bucket or something and you're trying to catch the ring or the ball or whatever. That's what I was doing yesterday with Caden and but someone's holding the basket.
Yeah.
Caden decided how he threw up. Most people just throw up forward. He decided to throw up like this. He was flailing his body back and forth, and I'm sitting there with a bucket, like trying to catch it, like I was in Mario Party. And then after an hour of this, I was thinking, because you're not going to yell at them, stop doing that, because they're it's really sad, and they're crying, and they're upset, and
why isn't he throwing up in the toilet?
Because
it's just not how it works.
Do your kids throw up in the toilet?
Yeah.
No, our kids throw up in buckets.
Can I ask another question? Why are we here today?
What?
Your kid was throwing up all day yesterday?
Food poisoning. That's not contagious.
Have you seen him?
Oh,
yeah.
You know it was food poisoning?
He said he drank the thing.
He's been eating
expired protein shakes.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Honestly, I stopped. I did stop.
Now I see what Charlie deals with.
I stopped listening.
Do you feel heard, Char?
30 seconds into this conversation.
Matt
has selective listening.
No, he's also a little. You're right. He's a little feisty today.
Yeah.
Okay, next story.
So that's my parenting story today. Was that I had to catch a game show. It was more like
slime.
Spit up. It was like slime. It was like slime. I was catching slime from midnight to 1 a.m. catching slime in a bucket.
So now.
And you went to school today?
But no.
That's a little bit on you for not
what?
educating your child how to throw up
No, and on you for having expired milk in your fridge.
No. It wasn't expired milk. It was a protein shake that 2 nights ago I gave him before he went to go play football, and he left it in the car. And then Thursday night, I guess on the way back, he found it and like drank it.
Why would you leave milk in a car?
Well, I didn't leave it in the car. Yeah. What about the time that you left raw meat in your car?
That was gross.
And you found it.
That was Matt.
You found it and it was like...
That was gross. There's maggots on it.
Yeah. So don't get on to me about leaving stuff in my car.
Has your garbage can thing worked? Mine's worked great.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
And the Airbnb we were in this weekend, full of maggots.
No way.
What did you do to our garbage can?
Wait, did you drop the product in? Tell us about the product, please.
It's not that important. It's just a little clip that repels maggots.
You got that for us?
They're on both of our garbage
It's really embarrassing that Matt... Why don't you know about that? Aren't you like in charge of garbage?
No, Matt doesn't do that.
I wheel them out to the curb and I wheel it back in.
No, you don't take the trash out to the garbage cans?
That is his job. Yeah, that is his job.
No,
I don't inspect under the lid.
That's great. You guys give really...
Really
what
equal.
do you do?
Really equal.
I delegate.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of throw up stories.
No, don't talk about throw up stories, but do you have any funny kid stories from this week? Stetson always has a funny kid story.
I've got one.
Okay.
So on Saturday morning, my kids were, kind of lazy Saturday morning, whatever, had breakfast, iPad, watching some, cartoons, whatever. So finally, all right, guys, turn off the tech. Let's go clean your rooms, make your beds, organize your rooms. Kind of just...
Daddy's got football to watch.
Yeah, he's like, get out.
And so Zeke, all of a sudden, instant attitude, oh my gosh, you serious?
That's your 10-year-old.
So yeah, my 10-year-old, son. So he goes to his room and he looks at me and goes, are you serious? You're gonna give us this many chores on a Saturday? And granted, I had asked him to make his bed and organize his room. So I was just like, I looked at him and said, that was a mistake. You're going to pay for it.
And walked out.
Wait. At that moment, did you have any idea what you were going to do?
No, not at all.
So you had to take a minute?
Mm-hmm. And you remember in Lion King when Mufasa gets mad at Simba and his whole ears and his head goes he gets real scared, he knows he messed up. That's a Zeke just instantly oh no. So I'm go out. I'm all right, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
You disappointed me.
Stetson goes, he marches into the garage and he starts looking around.
You deliberately disobeyed me.
Why are you talking like that?
Because it sounds like Mufasa. Was Matt deprived as a child?
He's Canadian.
Oh. They don't believe in Mufasa in Canada?
So I'm like, all right, what do I make him do? I mean, I'm looking, I don't know, dishes, laundry. He's terrible at folding clothes. And then I remembered I kind of on my to-do list has been to pressure clean the driveway and the kind of front sidewalk and all that stuff. So got him out there, made him pressure clean it all. He wasn't happy, but it was a nice fatherly moment of all right, I'm going to teach you a lesson.
How long did it take him?
And I'm also going to get this off my to-do list.
Yeah, exactly.
How long did it take him to do it?
He's still doing it.
Well, I didn't want him to do probably an hour.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So fun fact, I do say that a lot. I got to cut that out.
Did I call you out on that?
I hope own it.
Or did I text that to you?
No, you called me out on it last podcast.
What did you say?
I say fun fact.
It. Don't
fun
let people
fact,
call you out on
We'll
it.
brand it out. We'll brand it.
A lot of times what she says is not fun, though. It's fun fact. 7 people died in a car accident last week.
Okay, wow. Real dark. Stetson, Char, and I growing up had yard work Saturdays to the point where our friends, if they slept over on Friday night, would have to do the yard work with us on Saturday morning. I'm talking
no one slept over.
9 a.m. Yeah, they all
we had no friends.
Yeah, 9 a.m. Dad would wake us up. I can't imagine doing that to my kids now because I enjoy our Saturdays being kind of slow. But 9 a.m., feet on the floor, get outside. Stetson was mowing lawn by 9:30, and we were weeding and picking up all the debris.
Yeah, every Saturday.
We would organize. I mean, it was a lot of chores.
But thinking about it now, was it not worth it for mom and dad to just pay someone to come and do the yard?
I think you're looking at it from a cleanliness of the yard perspective as opposed to life lessons and order.
No, because
yeah, but I didn't learn any lesson from that.
Yeah, what did we learn?
There's one lesson I learned.
What?
Make sure I make enough money in my life to pay for a yard guy. That's
Maybe
it.
that was Dad's
I
original
will
intent.
pay for the yard guy before I could put food on the table.
Okay, wait, but
Like,
back
I'd rather
up.
go hungry for a
I
week
just don't
than have to do the yard.
I want to interview Dad on his thought process.
But was he doing it with you?
Yeah,
he
he
was.
was.
Well,
No, he was.
No, he kind of was. He was like he would. Okay, so we all not
Sometimes.
only did we have to weed and pick up the stuff that he would cut, like he would trim all the bushes and stuff, but then we had to organize either the shed or the garage depending on
But guys-
the week.
I think he did that because he was forced to do that as a kid.
But
it was
can
like,
I-
It was like
But this guy
suppressed
shuffled
childhood
snow
memory.
every morning of his
Yeah,
life.
but let me
You're preaching
interject.
to the wrong choir.
I also want to bring up a point.
Every
if
morning?
you're doing this
Every morning.
every Saturday, how much weeding and organizing of a garage can there be?
well, in the
we would,
winter
like, trim
it was
the
every other week.
bougainvillea.
But like
was a
that's you're
base.
acting like it's just like your yard.
There was
is,
always
Yeah, no, it
something
wasn't
to
that bad. It
do.
was 2 hours.
Acres.
2 hours.
yeah.
It was 2 hours, but there was one time Dad locked us
4 hours.
out of the house because we tried to like puppy dog Mom into making us not have to do it, and that didn't work. Dad locked us out. Do you remember
That's
that?
great.
And then sometimes Stetson would bamboozle Charlie into switching jobs with him. So Char would push the lawnmower, weed eater,
No.
weed whacker, whatever it's called, and the edger, and
I
Stetson
never
would
did
weed.
that.
Yeah, you did.
I don't think so.
You did it at least once. You're like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a good deal. I'll switch with you.
I don't think that happened.
That 100% happened. Anyways, did that bring back memories of you when you had Zeke do that on Saturday?
Yeah. Now he's going to start doing it every Saturday.
Yeah, so you're doing it. You're implementing
Like,
it.
this is why. The best part about Stetson is that you actually, the place that you're
Starting
at
him
right
younger.
The place that you're at right now does have a yard guy, so Zeke's just doing extra work.
We really do become a version of our parents. We like look back. Well, and you're like so different from your dad too. But you're like, you'll look. You ever have that moment now? Like,
Well,
oh,
it's like
man.
that. Is it progressive? Oh, that was a funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah. Please stop asking about the parking lot.
Yeah.
You don't have to give advice at Home Depot every time you're there.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for it.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Matt, what's one of your favorite stories of the kids?
This week.
No, just ever.
Well, I'm
No,
going
it
to keep
has
it
to be this. It
relevant.
has to
Yeah.
be this week.
So this
Oh.
week,
Ever. That
I
wasn't
don't
Stetson's
know.
favorite.
Relevant. Yeah.
I think we should go ever.
I actually
There's
think
better
Stetson
stories.
should also share about his, never mind, Zeke's pumpkin painting.
Yeah,
No, that's not
that was
funny.
tough.
No, it's
Well,
not
it's kind of funny. Well,
Sick.
it's a quick one. I don't know how funny it is, or sad, but when we were, I don't know where we were driving, but we had both the boys. Maybe it was like soccer or something, and we were at like a light, and I was like, I had like a trinket or something, and I kept making it like disappear in my hand real quick, and
Do you know Magic, Matt?
no, but
Is
I was
Matt
just
called
like
Magic
I was
Matt?
trying to be annoying to the kids, and Levi is like our youngest. He's like, Dad, stop being a Magic Sean. A Magic Sean. Stop being Magic Sean. I'm like, what show is Magic Sean? I'm like looking at Jacob. I'm like, who's Magic Sean? And he's like, Jacob's at the age now too, where he'll like punk Levi and be like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And finally he like said it, and with this like little speech, he's trying to pronounce magician. I'm like, okay, but that's
Magic Sean.
The best thing about your oldest has the funniest sense of humor, where I feel like he even makes fun of you guys under like in a really witty way, and it's the best.
Oh my god.
yeah, it's more so like the.
Do you
look,
have any
like-
funny stories from your kids this week?
Yeah, but it's too embarrassing to share.
Why? It's embarrassing for you.
Yeah.
Just share
I
it.
don't
For
know how to
you?
expose it.
Yeah.
And you.
Just share
Both
it.
of us.
Just share it.
Bed bugs.
We should talk about this. Actually, there's like a
That's a-
little epidemic happening that
I've
we
never
need to
heard
talk
of that,
about.
other than from you two. I think you're just trying to
No,
cover
in
up your
Paris.
thing, like,
And
oh no, guys, there's an epidemic.
yeah.
An epidemic.
There's an epidemic, guys. You can't do it.
I also think Siri's listening to me, so I'm getting pinged all of the like information around bed bugs right now.
Okay, so Char and Matt had bed bugs this week. Char travels
The
a lot.
most expensive
Or the bed bugs are
mistake.
crawling over your iPhone while you sleep, and that's why Siri knows.
It's
that
like-
it's pushing it.
It was bad.
Disgusting.
The worst part about it is that for 6 weeks I was getting bit and like was waking up with these huge welts on my arms and my
Not
legs.
So
itchy?
disgusting.
But not Matt.
But not itchy?
Very itchy and burning.
Burning.
And I thought I was breaking out hives. I was going to go to a dermatologist and get all this testing to see if I was allergic to something. But then I traveled somewhere I can't remember where it was, but I
Lots of
traveled
places.
somewhere. Oh, to Oklahoma City, and it stopped the whole time I was gone. And so then I was like, okay, it's got to be somebody in the house.
We
So
talked
you
about
still
this.
weren't getting bit. So I came back. They started
It's 'cause you're too
again.
hairy. They can't get through the.
No, it was on her
also-
side of the
They're like-
bed.
I was
wall of
also
fur.
No. So then
worst nightmare for them.
It's like the beast trying to bite the beast.
I went to Ohio last week, and again, my bite stopped, and then you woke up with like a very similar welt
The one
on your
spot
neck.
on my body.
Where? Yeah, your neck. Yeah,
On his neck.
exactly.
That's so
On his neck.
interesting.
And he like flipped the room upside down and found a bug, and
Yeah.
then like
Why
got an
didn't you-
exterminator on all the stuff.
But why
So
didn't you do that?
I did look around. I didn't see any. They weren't on the mattress like you would. I don't know what
But when
bed
was the
bugs
last time you guys washed
are.
your sheets?
We
We
watched
get
them
them washed every other
every other
week.
week.
That's
yeah.
a lie. Every other week.
They have a
We
cleaning
have someone
company.
come and do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, how often
we
do you-
also-
Yeah,
we-
I definitely go there every other
wait,
week.
time out. How often do you wash your sheets?
Probably within a month for sure.
He's like, I don't wash them. I
Okay,
throw 'em away.
within 1 month.
in every month. Yeah,
Ours is once a week.
once a week.
We have a cleaning person.
Oh,
That reminds me of an episode of New Girl where Nick was like, he was sharing a towel with Schmidt.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
this clip, and
He's
he's,
like,
like,
"It's so wet."
Why is it so wet? He's like, how often do you wash your towel? He goes, why do I wash a towel? Towel washes me.
Yeah.
You guys wash your towels?
It's like Stetson in his bed sheets.
I have a funny story about towels. To finish mine, so I got back from so you flipped the room, found a bug, and they were all on my side of the bed, but they don't like go into the mattress.
That's
no.
not true.
They burrowed themselves in our bed frame.
Wait,
So they were like in between the like wooden slates and like where the screws are. Like I didn't think to look
That's not
there.
correct.
I think they're in the bed.
They're in the bed.
They're
You
not
found a
inside
couple
the
of
bed.
them. We did not, Char, we threw the mattress away. We did not open it up
No.
and
you should
examine
have
the whole
opened it
thing.
up.
Wait, why wouldn't
But
you
that's
throw the
not
bed
true.
frame away and not the bed?
Because they're
if
not
that's true.
they're not. She's talking.
Let's fact check that. They don't
Okay.
burrow.
I don't
They
know
don't
if
like eat a hole in your mattress and go
Yeah, it's
inside
good.
your
It's good.
mattress.
I'd be interested to know that truth.
They don't
Seth,
because
look it
they
up, look
feed
it up.
on
Oh, my
you. They feed on you.
Matt,
So
open your
that's
phone up.
that's why they call them bed bugs.
but that's why they were multiplying. I mean, look, they're feeding on him. I mean,
No, they're feeding on me.
Wait, they're multiplying when they feed?
well, I mean, they got
We sound so
they are
stupid
like
right
now.
no.
they got a lot of meat to feed on over
They
there.
are
Dude, honest-
vampires, so they suck on your blood. I was
What does this have to do with your children?
okay. I'm getting to that story. So I get back from
I haven't even
Ohio.
gotten to tell my side of the story either, so I'll let you keep
I'm
going.
almost
no
done.
side of
I'm
your
almost
story.
done. I get
It's
back
just
from
happened.
Ohio. I pick up the kids early because we had so much to figure out, and I was getting them from I didn't want to drive back and forth, so I was like, I'm just getting them early. It's 2 hours. I grab them. Jacob's teacher, our oldest, walks him down, and is like, "Oh, it's Friday. Why are you getting him early?" And I was like, "Oh, we're just doing some work on our house, so I'm gonna get him early and get going." And Jacob was like, "We have bed bugs." I was like bright red. I was like, and her face was panic.
She's like,
She was
"Oh my
panic.
gosh."
She was disgusted.
She's like, is it on you?
I was embarrassed. I shuffled
What
us
did
out
you-
as fast as we could.
But what was your
I
answer
was like,
back?
no. Bed bugs.
Don't let the bed bugs bite. Now you're going to say that every night. Wait, what's your towel story? Is that also have to do with bed bugs?
No. When we were in college, every time one of us would spill something, Diamond would witness that I would grab, like if I spilled something,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
grab your towel and clean it up with it. And then every time you would spill something, I was around, you would grab my towel and clean it up. And Diamond was the only one that witnessed both of us doing that to each other.
Diamond's like, these idiots. Oh, man. College. Char and I
we
should've
thought
been-
we were so sleek and savvy.
We're like, watch this.
What'd you find, Matt?
I'm reading mixed reviews.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
that
wrong.
typically means
It
you're
says-
wrong, yeah.
Other words for
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Mixed
It
reviews.
says
They don't burrow into your mattress.
I kind of
they
think
just
you
live
might
around
mean
your
that.
bed.
That makes sense.
I
Especially if
heard
they're bigger.
when I
They
talked,
live around your bed so they can access you while
Okay,
you're
but I'm going
dormant
to tell you
and
something.
sleeping.
But I
You're
think
saying
it's
that
under the
bed bugs
seams.
can't
so you
burrow
guys shouldn't
into
have thrown your mattress
fabric.
out. You
No, she's
go grab
saying
it.
they can't burrow into fabric, but
Bring
they
it
can
back.
burrow into solid oak, is what you're saying.
No,
That's what you
in
said.
the solid oak,
She
they
said
were
in between the slats.
Yeah.
but
She said
I,
slates,
to your
but I
point,
didn't let that
I
slide.
read like the seams around the bed, like they're like underneath, but it's in the bed. To your point.
So I saw 2 of them total. Well, there's maybe have been 3, but so back to my story on this. I brought this up to Char, like, oh hey, like, you know, when she first started getting bites, I was like, you think it's bed bugs? But we honestly were like, there's no way. We're you know,
We're like clean people.
Yeah. And we just like, we didn't take it seriously, but you'll notice I did start sleeping with like light hoodies and like long pants sometimes. And I realized that I was doing that subconsciously because I thought in my head, if there is bed bugs, I don't want to get
Subconsciously.
Wait, that's
He's such a liar.
Wait, so you just knew it and you went
here
to
we
bed?
go.
He just knew it and went to
He
bed.
just like
anyway?
subconsciously knew there were bugs.
And then he just
waiting to feast on his blood.
and subconsciously just didn't do anything about it.
But
Because you needed to learn, because you brought him to us.
multi-layered his clothes to prevent the biting.
There's all one layer.
Really understand.
It was hair
That's
and
stupid,
then
Matt.
A
That's
light
stupid.
hoodie. There's 2
So-
layers, hair and clothes.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up something that we talked about that will go into your question. We watched Primal Fear this last week, and then it kind of threw us into watching like older movies. And then I realized that I've been watching every movie that you've ever recommended. Last night we finished Lincoln Lawyer.
That's a good one.
Great movie. Way better than I thought it was going to be. But I also love Matthew McConaughey.
That's phenomenal.
And then the other one, Behind Their Eyes.
Yeah.
Also very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
So if
twist.
you have any others, throw them our way. Also, we started literally Googling like best movies between 1990 and like 2010. And like there was a ton of movies on there that I've never seen. Like I've never seen Good Will Hunting. Like a lot
That's
of
a
like
you
classics. Have you seen Good Will Hunting?
No, but I'm the wrong person to ask.
Why?
I haven't seen most movies.
Because your favorite movie is Avatar.
She hates movies.
I like
She
ask
used
me
to-
a classic movie
Okay,
that
well, I'm about
everyone
to.
has seen.
I'm
Okay.
about to. I'm
What?
about to.
Yeah, ask us.
Because I have a new segment.
Have you seen this movie?
What does Umbuck 2 mean?
What's a segment?
So this is what we're talking about.
What does
So,
Umbuck
I'm
2
gonna-
mean?
I'm gonna look.
with a new segment.
I'm gonna look directly into the camera because there's moments where Char specifically tries to be cute.
Why do you say you're
loves-
going to look directly in the camera and then you don't look into the camera?
I'm fine.
This is where our other camera should be. Oh. Where she, you know, tries to be sweet with me, tells me she loves, you know, where I'm from and my Canadian accent, and it's going away. And I say stuff a little bit Canadian, and the second I do, these friggin' vultures around me.
We're like, what an idiot.
Yeah.
Who says
I
segment?
love when people say a word wrong. You just like get them immediately. Like
Oh,
in this
Char
family,
doesn't.
if you
We talked about this. It stops fights for us.
in this family, if you say a word wrong, it's like instantaneous. Like, what an idiot! He just attacked me. There's no grace.
Wait, when you say it stops
No
fights, like
grace.
you're yelling at each other and someone says a wrong word and then you both start laughing at it?
we were fighting this weekend, and I was like, "You angered me,"
Yeah. Like,
And he was like, "That's not a
angered me."
word.
I'm like, that's not a word.
And I was
You're
like-
yeah, it is.
and I googled it.
And then we both.
What were you fighting about? The bed bugs and if they bury into your
Yeah, no,
It's bro.
we were fighting about attitudes during crisis.
Unbelievable.
Wait, who has a better attitude during crisis?
Me, Mac, it's so
Really? That's
stressed out.
Actually, are you surprised by that? I feel like you're kind of like that one.
No, I'm
No, he gets
tasked,
so stressed
I'm like the
out.
get it done guy, and Char's like, oh, let's make a vacation of it.
Yeah, and
like
we
go
did,
to the
and it was
beach
fun.
for the day.
She
And I'm
did
like,
go to the beach like every day, and Matt's like, we have to go clean our house.
No, I did both. I was able. I'm able
Okay,
to
let me get to my
That's what
segment.
Women are. We are able to multitask. And
We're just the better
wear
breed.
multiple hats and do a lot of things. We have higher capacity.
Yeah, that's true.
We have high capacity.
That's true.
We can
Okay,
have fun and we can get things
Let Matt
done.
get to his segment.
okay, this
I like that.
this segment's called
Let Matt get to his segment.
"Damn, We're Getting Old" movie edition. Okay, because I realized something in my head. I realized that as I've gotten older, everything like you know from early 2000s to now seems like it's all within the last 10 years. Like, oh yeah, that just came out like what, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
So I'm going to read a list of movies and you're going to tell me if it came out 15, 20 or 30 years ago. And it might be very
20.
easy.
So just make us name the year.
Or just the,
Yeah,
the,
the year?
the decade.
Well, it's either
the,
one. It's yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that's
either-
better.
The decade is
It's
what
either. It's either.
No, I know. I saw a meme about this the other day where it was talking about. I forget what it was, but it's kind of
Let
like.
me just do this.
like 2000 to 2010.
let me just-
Like I feel like 1990 something was
Yeah,
always 10
yeah.
years ago,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my gosh,
Well-
that was
So
30
let
years
me
ago.
start this. And this is just to give you a taste. How long ago? Geez, this is like I would say this is like a classic, considered classic movie. Godfather 1, The Godfather 1. How long ago do you think that came out?
30 years.
No, in the
No,
70s.
that was- yeah, that's-
or 80s.
That's not 1990s.
I know. I'm just
Wait.
giving you an example. This is not
Oh.
the
But you
game.
just
That's,
said
This is not the game. Listen.
I'm gonna go
In the
78.
yeah.
I'm going to go, like 82.
51 years ago.
What?
51 years ago.
Okay, so
Wait, how
80s.
many is that?
1970 something.
I nailed it.
Okay. So, do you guys think that let's start easy. Schindler's List. 15, 20,
Whoa.
or 30
Okay.
years ago.
30.
I know.
That's
I just
too
looked this
easy.
up in the 90s.
Wait, I know this.
It was 90.
90s.
I literally just saw this yesterday. It's like 93.
Can you guys
I'll
just
be
say
able to-
15, 20, or 30 years
30?
ago?
no, I'll be able to name the decade.
Okay,
No,
so
92.
Schindler's List was 30 years ago. 93.
90s. Yep,
93.
got it.
I guess, yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Oh, which
80s.
one? Which one?
Oh,
No, I don't want to
The first
name
one.
the year. We have to get the closest year.
Okay, fine,
You have
fine.
the year?
Well, that's literally I chose 93, 03, or like 08.
Well, it's 30 then, because it's like it's like 94, 95.
Sure.
93.
1991.
Just remember, I just said Schindler's List was 30 years ago, so it came out the same year as Schindler's List.
97.
I just said it's 90.
96.
No, it wasn't in the 2000s.
It's definitely not in the 2000s. 100%.
Definitely not.
96. What is it?
93. Same year as Schindler's
Oh,
List.
I said
said
93.
90.
Wait, so they're all either 93,
Stop trying to juke
2003,
us.
Yeah.
or
Just let us guess.
Okay.
Oh, every movie picked here is either in 93, 2003, or 2013.
Yeah.
or
That's why I don't understand why you guys keep doing
I
this.
didn't-
Wait, what's the
I thought
third-
you were like giving me like a range.
No,
Matt.
it's 30 years ago,
Gotcha,
20 years
gotcha,
ago, or
gotcha.
15
Okay,
years
okay,
ago,
okay.
you idiots.
Okay.
Matt, what's the third option?
But
It's
so far, none of these have been hard.
2008.
No, not even close.
Okay. Iron Man.
15.
20.
No, 2010.
Oh, wait,
20
what is
or
it?
2008.
2003.
30, 20, or 15?
No, I was in high school.
No, it was
It's
only
either 10, 20, or 30. There's no
unbelievable.
There's no 2008.
10, 20, or 30?
It's either the movie either came out.
She's right. It's 15, 20, or 30.
15, 20, 30. So I said
because
20.
the 10-year movies weren't very good.
No, 15.
It's 15, 20,
Yeah,
or 30 years
15 years ago.
20.
So wait,
It was
20
not 20.
would be in 2003. It was 2003.
It wasn't 2003.
It wasn't 2008.
I
It was
wasn't 13.
2008.
I knew it
Damn it.
because it's only about 10 years old, or 15. Sorry, 15.
Well,
Only about-
Hope,
it
you
is
know
15
this.
years old.
You know this one, Hope, so don't say it. Elf.
20.
I don't know that one.
15.
that's
15.
that's 2003.
15.
Because I wasn't in college when that came out. That definitely came out. when I was in
Yeah.
high school.
20.
High
20
school?
years ago.
Yeah.
How many?
20 years ago.
Do you guys think they're gonna make an Elf 2? Never.
They can't
Why?
because they shouldn't.
Maybe a prequel.
You'll know
Make a
this
prequel
one.
when he's growing
The
up.
Dark
with the elves.
Knight.
That'd be funny.
The Dark Knight.
I just watched this with Zeke. I introduced him to it.
15 years ago.
That's going to be
20.
What did you say? It's 2003
15,
or 2008.
20, or
No.
30 years ago.
2003. 2003.
15.
You say 20? 15.
2008. Yeah.
Finding Nemo.
Ooh, 20?
2008.
2008.
2008.
2008.
2003. 20 years ago.
Is Toy Story on there?
Guys, I let you.
That was
No.
in the
Toy
90s.
Story's 94.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90. I was gonna say
Guys,
90 something.
Toy Story's 94. That's crazy. That's 30 years
it's
ago next year.
crazy to think about that.
30 years ago?
Next year.
That is really
That's
crazy.
like, we're getting old. Like, those movies are old movies.
So yeah, I don't have the list on me, but I was looking through
I just.
especially since it feels like a lot of the content we're missing right now. It's not a lot of stuff, good stuff out. And Stetson kind of got us onto like watching old, really good movies that we feel like aren't being made right now, really. And so we're like going down like the top 10 a lot of like horror is on there, so we're gonna take that out because we're not big horror people. But I mean, some of these movies like are must watches.
Like what, Hope?
Yeah, Hope. Give us one.
like Good Will Hunting.
Give us one.
Like
Good
Good
Will
Will
Hunting's
Hunting.
all right.
What about the one with the math guy?
I've never seen that.
Oh,
A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah,
Great movie.
I've
Never
even
seen that.
Yeah,
It's all right.
see, I've never seen A Beautiful Mind.
It's a great movie. Russell
I
Crowe.
will say that Steve and I, a few years ago, I made him watch The Notebook. Oh, like you made Matt watch A Walk to Remember. And
Oh
it's-
gosh, it was so
She didn't
good.
make me
kinda-
watch it.
You willingly.
I kept walking by the TV. I'm like, what's this stupid movie?
Matt's like, this is so
He's like,
stupid.
Who's that
and
guy?
At the end, he's like,
Is that Mandy Moore?
at the end, Matt's like, I pray that we are love.
I was like Googling where we could
Isn't
be
that
in
the
2
Prayer?
states at one
Oh,
time.
No, that's Celine Dion.
No,
Yeah,
I
in a lot
was
of
so into
there's
Shane
little
West
quarters
when I was growing up.
Yeah, but how
Georgia.
stupid is that? That
He was
like,
my first.
Yeah, that'd be
real
Georgia
crush.
for us. You
But
know
how-
that, right?
how-
There's not a whole lot of other options.
how
We're having 2
stupid?
conversations at one time right now.
How stupid is that though? That like their big thing, like you can be in 2 places at once, and he like makes her like straddle the line, and it's like
no, but every time I cross the state line, I think of that moment.
every time.
Pretty much. I'm like, there's a split second where I'm in 2 places.
No, but you're never really in
Yeah, I
2
guess
places.
so.
I guess. Is there any other scenario where you're in 2 places at once? Just anytime you travel?
No, just the division of one place to another.
But every time you fly, it's happening too. You just don't realize when.
It's just happening.
All right.
multiple times.
I'm switching gears.
All right.
Stets, this is probably more for you. I didn't know who else could be on the podcast, but I think I was looking. Brady just got ownership in the Raiders now, correct? And then he got that women's with the Vegas team.
One is just one.
So then I got my imagination was flowing, and I actually saw that Mahomes mentioned because he keeps investing in
Wants to
some
own a team.
franchises. Wants to own an NFL team
Wait, Mahomes wants to own an NFL team. He's just really
Eventually.
eventually.
Vocal. He's like vocal about that. Like that. I want to own a
I
team.
mean, a lot of these
I
guys. say
love
that, but
Mahomes.
yeah.
He's cool.
yeah, I like
He's
him too.
so cool.
He is cool.
So, and there's a very obvious answer for you on this, but if you, I'm gonna say part ownership. Let's be realistic. If you could have
Why?
part ownership of a team,
Why can't he just have real ownership?
who would it be?
The
Dolphins?
Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, that's a loaded question for me.
But if you look, let's add layers to it. If you looked at it from like a business venture or just like pure passion for a team, would it still be the Dolphins for you?
I can't see past my passion.
Okay.
I have a question about
All he
that.
sees is
What is
passion.
the cheapest team and what's the most expensive team right now to own? Does anybody know? Like
Cheap
ballpark?
NFL or any sports team?
No, NFL, just NFL.
What, like the Commanders,
No, Cambridge probably high up there. It's got to be like one of these expansion teams.
Panthers?
But that's a good question. That's
like-
a good Google.
What's the price on it? And then what's like the most expensive? And what's the price on that? Like what's the price difference?
I think you'd still be in the billions even for the cheapest team.
But is it like you can own this for $3 billion or this one for $50 billion?
I don't think it's 50. I think the highest is the Cowboys.
Cheapest NFL
yeah.
team is Cincinnati,
How much is it?
below $4 billion.
Are they all for sale? Like you can buy a team whenever?
Well,
It's not
it
like
depends
real
if-
estate.
If it's
Yeah.
if the owners. I mean, I guess if you were to come offer a certain number, they
Guess what the
couldn't
most
say no.
expensive NFL team is?
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Really?
Correct.
And what is it? 8 billion.
9.
Oh, that's not that big of a
13%
difference.
more than 1 year ago.
Patriots are not far behind, right?
That's just because people are like so loyal to that.
Patriots
lot.
are
Well, the
right
Cowboys
beneath
have
the
a
Cowboys.
unique
Okay, do you want to hear
deal.
the top 10?
5.
Top 10.
Yeah,
Aren't there only
let's
like
whittle
six?
it
Okay,
down.
top 5. Cowboys.
Patriots.
Patriots.
Okay, wait. Let me try to guess this.
New York teams.
Yep.
What'd you
Giants.
say? The Jets?
Giants.
Okay. Then hold on.
Let's think this through real quick.
What are we on? Number 4?
So I'm thinking you need to have a team.
Like a what? Like an LA team?
No, because they're both new.
San Fran?
Not even like the Chiefs. I feel like the
Could
Chiefs are
definitely be
high up there right now.
No. Hold on. Let me think here. Would be like maybe like a Steelers.
Wait. I'm sorry. Incorrect. Did you say Giants for the 3rd?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Jets.
It's got to be in New York.
Giants are the 4th.
It's
So
all
it's
those up
Cowboys,
north.
Patriots, who's 3rd?
It's gonna be like Eagles.
Oh, the
Niners.
What color jersey?
What about the
Yellow.
Atlanta? Do you think Atlanta?
Yellow.
West Coast.
Oh, LA.
Rams.
I listen to you.
Raiders?
Rams are 3rd.
You're not putting
Giants
that
are
big ass
4th.
Stadium.
Purely, what's the number? That's gotta be purely on SoFi Stadium. That's
6.2
it.
billion.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's
The real estate alone.
they just moved there 3 or 4 years ago. Maybe more than 4 years. So 8 years, 7 years.
But isn't it more about like the passion from the city and then the wealth, or like how long they've been
I
there?
don't even see Eagles on this list.
No.
Okay,
No.
we need to
Okay.
get
So
the
Giants
fifth.
are fourth, and then who's the fifth seed?
It's not Seattle.
The fact that
Steelers, Niners.
the fact that Eagles isn't on that list freaks
Is
me
it
out.
Miami?
Oh, they are on the list. Sorry, I missed them.
It's not Miami.
No.
No. There's a lot though in that 4 range in my
Yeah, they all kind of are the same.
Gosh,
But this
So-
one's in the
Disappointed in myself.
top of the 5.
Okay, so back to Mahomes
Baltimore?
owning a
No.
team. How does someone like Mahomes buy a team for $4 billion?
It's hard because they're all kind of neck and neck, but you guys aren't naming the ones that are neck and neck.
Oh, we're not naming any of the ones that are neck and neck.
Like
It's
the
not the Jets.
Jaguars or the Buccaneers.
Bears.
Bears,
Oh yeah.
Chicago.
Chicago,
Market.
then Washington,
Like,
She's
what about like
naming
the
all the
Lions?
They're up high. They're high. You were saying they'd be low.
She's
No.
Washington, New York Jets, San Francisco, Vegas
Commanders
Raiders,
just
and then
sold.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
It's all the Northeast teams. Like those are just like they've had like people like that's where like a lot of it started. No,
Is it
Yeah.
about winning or is it
Oh,
about your
wow.
fan base?
We didn't
little
say
bit of both.
Green Bay, but that's
But
owned by
remember,
the
the
community.
Green Bay's, yeah, it's kind of a weird one. It's a little bit of both. Like the Patriots, over the last 25 years, their worth has completely you
Right.
know, because before that they were not a very good team, and then
But-
between Belichick and Brady and
Yeah.
Kraft, they,
but isn't Boston like a team city?
for sure.
sports
But I'm
city.
saying
Sports.
once now that they won, I
Can I
mean,
say
and now
team?
they've grown up to being a huge.
They're like that on everything.
Cowboys are unique because they're the only. I don't know if I know
No
this
revenue
exactly.
share.
Right. They're the only, so all the other NFL teams share the revenue of the, I think, merchandise.
Yeah.
So like if somebody buys a Dolphins hat, that merchandise share goes to every team. Cowboys somehow, Jerry Jones negotiated something very early on where Cowboys got their own revenue.
So
they
every
don't-
time someone buys Dallas Cowboys
Yeah.
jersey hat,
Direct.
It goes, from
to
my
Dallas
understanding, I
Cowboys.
could be wrong on this, but it goes straight to the Cowboys, where the other 31 teams don't get the revenue share of Cowboys.
So
the other
interesting.
31
But
share it.
why wouldn't
And
like?
that's been like grandfathered. No one's allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna
Wow.
say why can't I feel like other teams would be like,
But
you guys serious?
some other teams wouldn't want to do that. Like if you're the Texans,
You're not cash flow
Like,
positive.
yeah,
like, you
need the
you
revenue
want the revenue share
from-
of the Patriots and
That's
the
true.
Giants. But for the Cowboys, it was kind of a bet on himself, and it worked.
yeah,
There
they
you
like
go.
to bet
Learn
big.
something new. Speaking of football, though, something we've started, whether you like it or not, going to Stetsons' house pretty much every weekend for college football Saturday, and then Friday we all watch the Dolphins game. And something, I don't know how he pulled it off, but he has multiple TVs hung in his living room. So we're watching.
We were talking about this, didn't we?
Well,
Yeah,
no.
we did, but we're revisiting it because.
But can I
Matt has
ask a
point.
question about the Dolphins coach?
McDaniel's.
Is it McDaniel?
McDaniel, thank you.
Yes.
So becoming a pet
McDaniel.
peeve
Okay.
of mine.
McDaniel never played college.
I
or
literally was
professional
asking a
football.
question, just so you know.
McDaniel
But
played
they
at
said
Yale.
there's
He
a-
played wide receiver at Yale.
Okay, and then he
Really?
was an assistant coach.
Yeah, I just listened to his whole. Actually, NFL Films
was a
has got
ball boy.
really cool, like 12-minute like clip on him. You should watch.
Okay,
Just
because then
cool
he
story.
but then he got fired
Yeah, for alcoholism.
for alcoholism.
I want to. Wait, it's 12
And
minutes.
now he's
Crazy.
sober. I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea that was his story.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't either.
And the picture of him when he was abusing alcohol, he looks like a different person.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
pretty cool story. Yeah.
But he
Wait.
got fired from who? You don't remember?
At that point, he's with the Texans.
Because he was an
Yeah.
alcoholic.
Well, I think that kind of went in. You know,
Yeah.
he's missing meetings.
Yeah.
And he,
Oh,
he's
wow.
not focused, and he's out late. That kind of thing.
But
Not
he
just
was
because
like
he's
in the
alcoholic.
coaching world at that point when this all happened.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like a work hard, play hard kind of mentality. Where it was
Okay, so he
Wow.
did play though in college.
like, at Yale, I don't think he played a lot, but he was on the team at Yale. Yeah,
So interesting.
he's a smart guy too.
Yeah.
But the cool
But
story
it's
is about his
interesting.
whole hat. Did you hear that whole story? So he was after school, he'd go to the Broncos practice facility and try to get like his cards autographed. But like he knew that the players would get mad if they knew, because he'd go in the morning to get one and then he'd go in the afternoon to get another one signed because I think he was trying to like sell them or something. And so he knew that the players would get mad. He's like, hey, I just signed a card for you. Like, what are you selling these or whatever? So he had this like really bright basketball hat on. And so he got, the first time he went on, he had the hat on. And then the second time he went, he took the hat off and like threw it on the side so that he could get the autograph. Because then like, the player's not going to recognize him. So he goes to get his hat and his hat's gone. So he said he's like crying, like so upset because it was like his favorite hat. So he goes to one of the staff for the Broncos and says, hey, could you look in the lost and found? Like I lost this, like my favorite Charlotte Hornets hat. Like, please, like, can you find it? They go, they look, they say, sorry, we don't have it. A week goes by. And when he comes to the practice, the guy that had looked for the hat comes with a brand new Charlotte Hornets hat that he bought for him and gives it to him, like with the price tag on it. It's like, hey, I got this for you. He goes home, tells his mom. His mom gets in touch with the coach that gave it to him. They fall in love, get married.
No.
Yes.
Wait,
and so
what?
McDaniel.
That's a savvy coach.
Yeah.
What?
So now McDaniel's stepdad is the whatever, some coach. I think he's the video personnel for the Broncos. They get him the job as the ball boy. So that because what actually gets him into the NFL.
No way.
Oh
That gives
my
me
God.
chills.
At that point, Mike Shanahan's the coach for the Broncos. So like he builds a relationship with Mike Shanahan. Mike Shanahan's son is Kyle Shanahan, who's about his same age. So they kind of get to know each other. And then fast forward 20 years, he goes with Kyle Shanahan to like 3 different teams as his assistant coach as Kyle Shanahan's climbing the ranks. And then he obviously gets his opportunity with the Dolphins.
That is
So it's like
crazy.
totally
That's
connected.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's like opportunity.
He explains it
Is
a lot
that
better in his
common
little
though for these NFL coaches
To
to
fall in love.
not have, to stand
Experience.
outside and get their cards signed with different hats on? No,
the
is it common
experience-
for them to become coaches without having played in the NFL themselves?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think Belichick was playing.
I actually
Is that
think
common in the NHL?
Yeah, it's actually funny you say that. So would you say that Belichick is considered the best NFL coach of all time at this point?
Shula. Most wins
Okay,
ever.
one of the best.
Okay, yeah.
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 What?
Wait, is Belichick the Eagles?
What was your
coach?
point?
Well, he didn't play
Patriots.
sports.
Patriot.
And I just totally forgot the coach's name, Detroit Red Wings, but he never, Scotty Bowman, couldn't even like skate and is like one of the best ice hockey coaches
my
of all
gosh.
time.
That's
it's
so
funny
crazy.
How like those two are.
Is it just
Legendary.
analytics? Like, what is it?
I think it's
Well,
just
no, I
like
think they
IQ.
grew
Systems.
up.
You're a
you might grow
systems
up with
person.
football. No, but you grow up with football. You understand football just as much as the guy that was a superstar in it. You just didn't have the athletic ability to do it.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, you don't know football as much as that person.
Yeah. And we talk, I mean, I don't know if you and I have talked about it. I think I was telling you, like in sports, I just relate it to hockey or with football. I always felt like the coach was, you have your assistant coaches on it and you had like your players coaches. And a lot of times your assistant coaches are players coaches and they've like played the game. So they can like relate to you and be like, hey man, I know you're going through it. This is the grind part of the season. And you had that respect. Whereas like, as the head coach, I felt like you're a little bit more removed. And a lot of guys, they've played some level, maybe not at the professional level, or they just know the game. But those player coaches help because you do get those guys who push back. Like, you don't know what it's like. You've never been there. But when you have a coaching staff that is riddled with ex-players, I mean, a lot of them are. But you know who was an ex-player who I think is doing awesome is the Lions coach. He's cool.
Well, also, Coach Prime.
Oh, yeah.
Prime.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know it's college, but
Did you buy sunglasses?
no, but, I mean, and I don't know how well he's doing at this point. I think the first game they won and it was all exciting. And then I don't know if they're doing great now, but yeah.
They had an epic loss last year.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your question that Char interrupted?
No, I was thinking about every time I go there, I'm like, to your house, I'm like, oh my gosh, like Char would never let me do this. Like we wouldn't be able to pull that off. And then I thought about,
But it looks professional.
I feel like I'm
Doesn't.
at like
It doesn't?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Does
Like
it?
the way it's set up, it's like, it's as crisp as it could be.
It's not, it looks professional in the sense of it's not like sticking out in the way. It looks permanent.
when my neighbor came over last Sunday, remember he made a joke about, I think, Buffalo Wild
Yeah,
Wings.
exactly.
I told him.
Where do I order the wings?
I'll take a beer. What do you got on tap?
Where do I order the wings?
Stetson
I'd be
said-
insulted if someone asked that question in my house.
Like kindly.
ultimate compliment for me.
Stetson's like, wait till you see my outside.
Yeah. But I was thinking like,
that's
oh
phase
man,
two.
if I like, if money wasn't a thing and I could have just like something in my house out of like pure passion or just for enjoyment, what would it be? And for me,
That's
it's
ugly.
easy.
Oh, okay.
I never said it was ugly.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the heck.
Well, it's not.
That's
no,
ugly?
It's the cat. It's the arched cat that's ugly for me.
Or
Right now.
Or just
ghost?
it's a scaredy cat.
Take the ghost
I know,
down?
but it looks like my dog when he's vomiting.
Okay, first of all, that you're
When
talking
he's
about like
dry
a little
heaving.
tiny Halloween,
Halloween
decoration.
decoration.
And it's the real life tarantula hanging on there.
What do you mean it's real life? What?
Vent.
He's like furry.
It looks real. If it catches your eye when you're like not prepared
I
for
can't
it, you
scared-
think it's
to be
real.
honest-
It scared the Xfinity guy the other day.
Oh, really?
It looks real.
He was like, oh, whoa.
Stetson's
Okay, never mind. It's not fake.
Stetson's Halloween decor made me very excited about
Oh
his
my gosh,
Christmas
they
decor.
just like raided Dollar Tree and we're like, yep,
Yeah.
and then splash it all over their house.
No, the best thing is I can't wait to see what he does for Christmas because I really hope there's inflatables.
Oh, they're the same way.
I hope they're inflatables
No.
inside the house.
They do that.
We've done that for 5 years. But we just got
Inflatables
gifted
inside
from
the house.
Angie's mom. She gave us a 10-foot
In the house?
inflatable.
Yeah, that doesn't
Of
go inside the
what?
house.
I forget. It's like
Frosty?
it's like a Christmas tree or a Santa or something. But
Or a candy cane.
big giant candy cane. But it's going.
right in your master bedroom.
No, it's gonna have to go outside.
I can't. That's
What was that sound effect?
Yeah, what was that?
the air in it.
You like a diesel generator to keep it up.
Char, last year we're going to go into this during Christmas.
The front of Stetson's house is going to be like
So great.
Dory, Nemo,
Yeah.
Mickey, candy cane, Grinch. Like just everything you could imagine
line
in
'em up
blow
along
up
that
form
fence.
with a Santa hat on.
Oh my gosh. Char, last
Big
year
dolphins.
we do a big
Dolphins, Florida palm tree.
with
Oh, that's just there in the
Yeah.
yard.
Yeah. We do a big Christmas siblings night where someone hosts. We'll have to get into that. But last year, Char had an inflatable in the front seat that someone had to sit with. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a weird inflatable. It was
it back out.
it was a reindeer.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
return that?
What was your point?
That doesn't
Return
matter. It doesn't matter. I just
What were you going to put in your house that's ugly?
mine's. I never said it was ugly,
Oh.
but I was like, oh, it'd be a cigar room for sure. And then I saw that Arnold documentary.
Wait. What was the question?
If you were ultra rich, what's like a bougie thing you'd have in your house?
Yeah, just like unnecessary.
That wasn't the question.
But I like it, yeah.
What?
because his point was your TVs, so you're talking about yourself.
She's knocking you again. Honestly, it's the most backhanded.
No, you're saying like, what would you have? Like, oh, I'd have a ultra entertainment room with 18 TVs.
Is that
I thought you were just saying like in your house today, what would you put in that was like
You said if you're rich.
I'm just saying if money wasn't really a thing and you could add something that's unnecessary to your house, but just something that you took joy in, and other people might be like, oh, that's a little different, but okay. Like you put like
Cigar
a water
room.
fountain in your
What's
house
your-
or whatever.
Oh, mine would be a water fountain.
Yeah.
I want that my headboard to be a waterfall.
your head's
So,
again.
so no.
Splashed on all night?
No. There'd be like a 12-inch.
Are you waterboarding
Kind of
yourself?
like
Yeah,
little like
gap.
glass wall gap so your pillow wouldn't fall in, and then the
Okay,
whole
glass wall
wall
gap.
would be waterfall.
you just want to like pee all night? Like you're just going to listen to water all
no,
night?
first of all, that's like white noise right there. That's
Yeah,
like what
it
people
is
pay
white
for.
noise.
It's
but I
organic
was-
white noise.
Yeah, exactly.
My first question
But you'd have to have a little
was-
glass wall so your pillow wouldn't fall in because you don't want your pillow to get all wet.
Have you thought about that often?
Oh, for 10 years.
That's very
20 years.
specific.
20 years.
since
It will
Jurassic
be
Park
one of the
came
things
out.
Have
it will be one of the things I'll have
30.
in my house eventually.
Have you ever had a waterbed?
No, not ridiculous.
Okay. Well, first
No
of
bed
all,
bugs in a waterbed. I'll tell you that much.
mine is kind of easy. I feel like
burrow in there.
we did that here. We like put a podcast room in our house. It's odd.
This is what you would.
No,
do?
I'm just saying that's unusual where someone's like, "Oh, interesting."
I would have a cigar room. It's not unusual. But then I saw that Arnold documentary and I was like, he just smokes around his whole house.
Okay.
So I think I would just do that.
Not at this point because our kids are getting older, but I remember as a little kid going to like rich people's houses and there would be like a room with like an indoor play set that we couldn't believe that they had an indoor playroom that was like, looked like it should be outside. But
That's just because you're in Florida.
Yeah, that's just not. That's not Florida.
It's called a basement.
Every other-
It's called a
Exactly.
basement.
Yeah, every other state in the country has those.
yeah, that's probably true.
All right.
You just
All
get a
right.
big ball pit, and it's like, oh, cool playroom.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have last question before we wrap. Oh, can you get out?
We're potting, but
Hey, Duty.
Duty.
Real,
Okay, forget it. Maybe we should end on
real
duty.
ultra intelligence there.
Maybe we should end on that.
Maybe it's a ball pit though.
What did he say? Ball what?
Ball pin.
can you say, we're going to sign off. Can you say bye, everybody?
Yeah, can
Thanks
you
for
say bye?
listening.
Bye.
Say deuces.